What's up, everybody? I'm Jason. This is Freeburg Garage. Today we are diving into Adam's 1998 Harley-Davidson 1200 S. One fine model of a 1200 S, do say so myself. Now, we are doing the taillight section for the integration. Last one we did was the headlight turn signals. Simple plug and play for just the headlight bulb and taillight. But once we get into the integration, it's a little bit different, a little more steps. But let's dive into it and get it done. All right, the integrated taillight. And what I mean by that is the turn signals being integrated into the taillight left and right. So we're gonna be removing this whole mechanism arm, this wing that sits on the back. A lot of Harleys, not a big fan of these, so we're gonna get these removed. Super simple to get done. But then we got some wiring we gotta figure out onto the taillight. Now, this system is pretty much standard, to be honest, across all manufacturers. They all have the same look. Back probably in 2018, it seemed like there was only a handful of companies that were actually doing this for the older Harleys, probably like I said, 98 and down. Anything newer, it was probably more standard, but anything older, they had this new setup that was only produced by a couple. Now, this is, like I said, by Eagle Light. This is what Adam chose. It's a pretty standard company. I think it actually represents themselves pretty well on their website from everything I looked up. Their products look pretty good, but just, I don't know why, I don't know who's over there making these, in probably China, but they all are the same wiring, so you can't really get, in my opinion, one better than the other. Just find a good price, and if you like the brand that's gonna support your warranty, go with that, all right? So, of course, comes with some pads right there for the backing, and then the nice flat lay down tail light here. Bam, look at that. Love that. Looks awesome. Smoked out. Getting rid of that old red there. Getting rid of the orange. So we're just gonna have a nice streamlined look. It'll look awesome with everything black here. And then just a simple, right there, light bulb plug-in, 1157 style, right there. It's gonna go into your taillight. Where it's different is, of course, your two left and turn signals, which all Harleys and depending on what years, Sportsters, FXRs, Dynas, FLHs, all that, they're different for how they're wired back here. Some are gonna have a 2-wire, and some are going to have a 1-wire, and some have 3 wires. 3 wires generally are for the running lights, if these are rigged up to have them to run all the time. But in this case, there's only gonna be a 2-wire. Now, some that say, well, I only have 2, I've never had running lights. In the front, some of the Sportsters of the 98 era had a 3-wire, and some came with 2-wire for running. These actually up front, I believe originally on this one was just a 2-wire system. No, I apologize, it is a 3-wire system on there. So, lots of stuff to go into, different ones. Make sure you go into your manual, get your wiring diagram, check them online. I think I got this one printed out. Makes it super simple if you're not too sure if you've never done this before. Overall, generally a pretty straightforward, as long as you know what your ground is, power leads, all that, to be able to hook it up, and good soldering that we should get done here. So let's get into getting this apart and getting it on. So we're gonna start off first is the turn signal wiring before we dive into the actual taillight. Now, some of the wiring on Harley's rear fenders, they're all tucked up underneath the fender, and at the end of the fender, they'll actually exit itself into a control box, but for this Sportster, it's actually wide open. We have it right here, goes between the cover and the strut itself on the back. So we're going to loosen this up, see where the wiring is, and then kind of map it up from there. And I believe the wiring for this turn signal is self-grounding, so we're gonna re-ground the wire and then remap it. Now, there is no clips under here, so we have to wire through one hole that will be access to us, which is through this turn signal. I'll show you guys once we get it all apart, all right? All right, freed up there. All right, and as we can see, we got the wire all on the back side, and there's a nut behind this rear turn signal, so we'll loosen that up and we will be freed on here. All right, we are freed up there. Now we just gotta unplug up at the controls and we'll be good to go. some change of plans. Originally I was going to pull the plug so I could solder on the bench. That's not gonna make any sense the way I have to run this wire. So we are just going to snip the turn signal and then move on to the next. Snip the turn signal. There we go. Gone. All right, let's hop in the other side. Now the easy part, just popping off the tail light and get ready for the installation. Pull this out here, and if you want to do it easy and done, just to do a tail light, you just put the new socket in, call it good. But we got our turn signals, the two wires. Let's pull this apart here. We have our left and right. I gotta figure out which one it is. I think we have a yellow for left and right for blue. And they don't really tell you this in the directions, but you gotta drill through your plate here in order to run this wire. So we gotta make a small hole to run these wires through. And then from there, we'll start finagling this whole deal through the rear fender. So that should get us started. Go look something like that. Looking good already. All right, so let's get to drilling and get it done. All right, so drilling the hole, I like to stay right here for the pilot hole to run the wires because it gives you more space on the back where the mounting is. If you get too far out here or anywhere else, you're right metal to metal or into the mounting bolts there. So this gets us a little bit of a pocket. So we'll stay there. Looks good. All right, in order to reach our destination point with these wires, we have to extend them. So I had some spare yellow glue to match what we got going on here. So we could do some quick soldering. Get this all together. Solder our other wire here. All right, now we'll do some heat shrink. All right, we're gonna start fishing our wire through. Okay, got our bulb intact. Don't have to do it later. Good. That'll be good for now until we get the wire all drawn through. All right, so I got my wire just about all tucked away. I have to bring it up through the middle now. So we're gonna remove the harness here so we got some free area to work with. All right, move that away. And then we got our turn signal module, which we'll be actually getting to that a little bit later to upgrade. Okay, that's gone there. Actually pull that apart now. There we go. All right, now we have to fish our last bit of wire through the middle there. This is gonna be a trick, and then we are in the home stretch here. All right, on the final stretch, we got our wires nicely through the middle. We got our turn signals already spliced, ready to go. We're gonna ground each of these and then start soldering up what we need to do for our left and our rights. All right, so let's do our grounds first. And we're gonna need a heat shrink over this. Okay. That over. crimp that down. Okay, good there. Do the same for the other side here. Good there. Awesome. All right, let's do our turn signals. All right, heat shrink wrapped, ready to go. Solder these up. Good there. All right, let's get the heat shrink over it. We'll call it good. All right, we got everything wired up, soldered up, ready to button everything and get this tested on the back. The last part though is the flasher module. Here's the original one. If you're ever doing LEDs, particularly all the way around, you don't want any hyper flashing or you want any solid lights when you turn them on or when you go and use your flashers, if you're using them, I highly suggest getting one of these LED flasher modules by Badlands. I use this on all the stuff that I work on for LEDs and love them. They're easy, they plug in, and they save your headache on trying to do any resistors in line and try to hide them. It's just an extra mess of small area compartments that you have to deal with, all right? So we're gonna get this plugged in and see how it looks. Bam, check it out, integrated taillight done to a T with the wiring, soldering all put together. Love how it came out, looks super slick with the bike, but wait, you guys need to see it. We did all this wiring for you guys just to stare at the blank case. Let's turn it on. All right, there's our standard running light. Brake light. We'll do the left turn signal. It'll cancel itself out for a while. All right. Well, there it is, all integrated setup, ready to rock. Adam, hope you dig it. Both headlight and taillight all junctioned together now to be integrated, super slick, easy to go. But for now, guys, that about wraps for me in this one. I would greatly appreciate if you could hit the subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below, and tell what you think. For those already subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.